Hi there, welcome back. Pete and Grada here from the Purple House. Today we want to talk a little bit about your liver. Many times you hear us talk about heart health, your gut health or brain health. And today it's really time we go back to the engine room of your body, which is your liver. So for instance, if your liver isn't working well, you get things like brain fog, yucky skin, your hair gets thin, you
become liverish,
cranky, so bloating, of course, pain in your body, and anyway, all your body functions take a hit because the liver actually oversees 500 different functions in your body, and we won't go into all of those.
One major one is hormonal balance.
Your hormone health, which goes for men and women because everything runs on hormones. So today we want to help you understand how you can boost your liver health, because the good thing is we actually have a completely new liver every 6 to 8 weeks. So if some of this rings true for you and you go, yay, I'm so glad for this information, I'm going to commit to creating a healthy liver, that means in 6 to 8 weeks time you're already going to feel so much better, and from then on, of course, it's going, you're paying it forward, right? Today. So, what, Pete, do you want to talk about? Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Well, one of the major things of the liver is it detoxes the body. If we have a good working liver, we don't have to go on any detox because the liver's doing it continually.
Yeah.
And if you've got skin problems, you've got a liver that's not detoxifying the body properly. If you've got bloating, same thing. It's not
filtering the blood properly.
Liver's not working properly, not getting the bile flow happening properly. And a nice liver is a dense, lean organ with no fat in.
Filled with blood. And
it's filled with blood because it's filtering the blood. It filters the blood, the complete blood volume of the body. Every 3 minutes it'll filter that.
Which is about 4 to 5 litres.
It's an amazing organ that we don't give it much credit. And with our Western style diets, we clog it up with stored fat. And we've had 4 and 5 year olds come to us with the tests we do show as
they match.
Yeah, the liver stress is equal to that of adults.
Of sick adults.
Of sick adults, yeah. And quite often people come to us and they say they don't feel.
That's right. So people,
they don't feel well. They don't feel like they used to. And they've had a gradual decline of what's normal, and they think it's the aging process and
what do you want to tell about the client that you had recently, Denise? I will just call her Denise. So she was in her 50s. She found herself being crabby with her grandchildren.
Snapping at the grandkids all the time.
Really, that was her last story because she loves her grandchildren. And then she always felt exhausted. She just didn't feel like normal inside her own skin anymore.
Having lots of headaches and
didn't recognize the person in the mirror. So she'd been to the doctor and all the standard medical tests were normal. So she wasn't happy about that, so she came to see Pete for a full health audit. So Pete, after he ran a few tests, he immediately could tell that her big problem was fatty liver, or non-alcoholic fatty liver disorder, which, by the way, 4 out of 5 adults have that today.
And quite often it's not diagnosed by the medical world as fatty liver until the liver function tests drop off. But fat stored in the liver is
the main problem.
Is what I call fatty liver, because ideally we wouldn't have fat stored there.
It's not meant to look like a marbled piece of steak that you see in the supermarket when it's all like what is some of those steak that they sell that is marbled. I forget the types. But anyway, so Peter's client thought she was doing everything right. So she'd been to the doctor, taken a blood test. She was on a health-conscious diet, and so that in her eyes, health-conscious consisted of vegetable oils, lots of vegetables as well, and lots of grain, and lots of low-fat high carb or starch, things like grains, pasta and all the rest.
And meats, lean meats.
And she was also measuring her portions, so she was eating smaller and smaller portion size, but her weight wasn't coming off at all. So she was on a health conscious diet, but a health conscious diet, which is promoted by mainstream media, is exactly what puts a lot of burden on your liver and also makes it more toxic. So do you want to explain, Pete, how that isn't good for you? Do you want to just explain how that...
Well, our body can only use 1 teaspoonful of sugar at a time, about 4 times a day. That's what our body can use. And it stores the rest as stored fat on your body, around your organs, one of the first places in your liver. So it clogs the liver up so it can't do its work properly, which is filtering the blood of toxins. So those toxins continually start recirculating through your body and causing havoc for your health, really, for the rest of your body.
So why are seed oils so bad? Do you want to just...
Well, seed oils are...
toxic.
Extremely
toxic.
They are industrial oils, really. They were made for the paint factories. And here
We're talking about all the yellow oils, just so in case you don't know, all the yellow looking oils in plastic bottles in the supermarket, they're all incredibly toxic.
And also, just be aware of where your olive oil comes from, because quite often it is diluted with these
canola oil,
the other vegetable oils as well.
So canola oil is incredibly toxic. Sunflower oil, plus of course it's also added to all packaged foods. And when you go out somewhere for a meal, people are always cooking vegetable oils. Even if you watch YouTubes of people living out in the wilds or in the woods, living an off-grid, whatever, or a healthy lifestyle, you know, back to nature, and out they bring out like big tubs of soybean oil or canola oil, and that is just exactly what kills your liver. So we can do a different interview on this one time, but we've watched doctors who know their stuff, and they say that the health decline, like including diabetes and everything else, isn't even due to our sedentary lifestyle. It's due to the introduction of all these toxic seed oils back in the 70s.
Vegetable seed oils are the major cause of most chronic disease.
And arthritis and all the rest. They're also an immune suppressant, so if you want to suppress your immune system, you need to have lots of seed oils. They're plant-based oils. So the only healthy oils then that we recommend is macadamia nut oil, coconut oil, butter, ghee, and meat fats are really, really good as well. So that's the saturated fats. That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so, lucky for us, you can also find them in the supermarket. So you can find some good things in the supermarket, but you just need to know what to look for.
Just check the food list on the foods that you're about to put in your trolley. Yeah. If it's got vegetable oils in there, you'd be doing yourself a service by putting them back on the shelf, because those vegetable oils are creating ill health.
Peter's client, just to go back to her, she thought she was being healthy by eating lots of grains and so on, and rice and all the rest. But 1 cup of rice turns into 10 teaspoons of sugar in your body, and like 1 banana is 9 teaspoons of sugar.
The flour out of 1 slice of bread is about 5 or 6 teaspoonfuls of sugar.
And our body can only handle 4 teaspoons of sugar a day from everything, the total of what you eat.
And that's 4 times a day.
Yeah. So like potatoes, 1 potato turns into 6 teaspoons of sugar. Just so you know that our body can't handle all that sugar and carbohydrates. And our cells were meant to live off good fats, because when you're a baby, and if you're lucky enough to be breastfed, the breast milk is mostly saturated fats. And we know that babies thrive on that, and their brain grows and all the rest. Like they just experience an explosion in their cells, don't they? Every time you see the baby, the next day it's grown. But we actually still need that sort of nutrient, even though we're not growing anymore. But our bodies are constantly replacing, and our brains are also still learning so much new stuff every single day. So the brain especially needs good fats as well. Our brain takes 25% of the fuel energy that you eat.
If food disappeared, which it used to, our bodies still think that food's going to disappear in wintertime. So if we give it more than that 1 teaspoonful of sugar 4 times a day, we'll store it. Our body is intent on storing fat for the oncoming winter, just like animals that hibernate. And we'd use that fat up during the winter when food disappeared, but food hasn't disappeared for a while. We get hungry and we eat again. So things like intermittent fasting stimulates your body to look for the stores that we've laid up.
In the pantry.
We've laid up for the winter time. And quite often that's stored in the liver, and it impedes the liver getting rid of the waste from your body. So that waste is a toxic sludge in the lymphatic system, or the extracellular fluid that our cells are living in. So you can understand that it's not a very good environment for our cells to be living in toxic soup.
But anyway, fasting can be a good thing though, like you really made it sound. And if fasting is a problem, that's not the problem.
Fasting stimulates your body to use those stores up so the liver can work properly.
That's right.
So
how to boost your liver? So you already heard it. Avoid as many carbohydrates as possible. Have more fats, healthy fats.
The liver and gallbladder work properly when you have fats. They need fat to be able to work properly.
That's the trigger, isn't it? So just think of your liver as the engine, and how can we rebuild the engine of your body?
When people overdose on paracetamol in the hospital, if they're taken to the hospital, they're given intravenous NAC. So NAC, that'll stop the liver deteriorating, which paracetamol will damage the liver, so it goes into failure. But NAC will help the liver recover from being overworked and underpaid.
It says immune system support, liver support, etc. Supports liver, free radical protection, and lots more.
It's also the precursor to our own glutathione, which is our own antioxidant. Which
is really, really good, isn't it? Also to protect your body against all the big diseases that we're not allowed to mention. Beet flour is absolutely fantastic, and it flies off our shelf. Everyone feels better with beet flour, right? So
that helps the bile ducts open so the bile can flow properly.
So the liver can actually unclog, wake up and get back into action.
And that bile is the waste from the body, so it's getting rid of waste.
Yeah.
And that waste is actually what digests your fats.
Also, it's called beetroot, what is it called? Nitric oxide. Nitric oxide, which dilutes all the blood vessels, which is really, really healthy for you, of course.
Dilates.
Sorry.
Yeah. Dilates the blood
Double
vessels.
Dutch going on here.
So, and taurine, both those dilate little tubes in the body, which will drop blood pressures as well, because it'll dilate the blood vessels.
Yeah.
But what we specifically recommend it for is to get that bile flow going from the liver.
And then this is really, really important for people who haven't got a gallbladder. So if you haven't got a gallbladder, you need to come and see us for reasons that we'll explain another time.
And we've read articles suggesting women over 40 would benefit from supplementing with extra bile. Yeah. Now, when I nursed, there was one of the lecturers told us if someone comes in with the right upper quadrant pain just under their rib cage, he said
you have to check the 4 Fs.
Think about the 4 Fs: fair, female, fair, fat, and 40. And he said if they've got those 4 Fs, you can pretty well guarantee it'll be gallstones.
But I hope you're taking all that back, because you're going to today if you say that today.
Yeah, I'll take that back. That was what that lecturer told us to.
This is like 40 years ago when Pete was an active nurse. So and anyway, that was even a question in the exam that you had to answer. So I mean, you can tell politics has changed all of that. But these are things that Peter never forgets, like the 4 Fs. What are the 4 Fs, right? So women over 40 are especially susceptible, but remember, this is a few decades ago, like today, just bringing it back to today, we're seeing 4 and 5-year-old kids with fatty liver. So the children also need support, and they need good fats, don't they, Pete?
Yeah, I had another client come who was battling with raised bilirubin levels in their blood.
Yeah.
And the doctors were a bit concerned. She had yellowness tinge to the skin, and it's liver. So it was only about a month after she started beet flow that her bilirubin levels were back to normal.
That normalizes. This is the good thing. Your body knows what to do to normalize it, because it's got the blueprint for perfect health already. It just goes, oh, okay, that shouldn't be like that. And it looks at the map, right, and it goes and fixes itself. So we don't have to go in there chipping away at the liver. It will do it itself when you stop giving it toxins and give it what it needs. So then last, beta and HL is also fantastic. This is really more for your stomach, to help your stomach digest all the food that comes in. But most people, 99% nearly of people with digestive issues, don't have enough stomach acid in their stomach, and so the food doesn't, when it hits the first port of call, it's not digested properly, and then the liver has to work extra hard. So even beta and HCl also, aside from your stomach, also helps your liver organ itself as well. So I would highly recommend everyone nearly in today's world benefits from beta and HCl, and it's cheap as well. It's like $42 for 240 capsules, which will last you for probably 4 months, right?
I just want to add, if someone said they were suffering from headaches,
that's true.
What would you think?
Yeah.
You kind of think, oh, something's going on in the head.
Yeah.
I've had clients who've been suffering with headaches most of their life, and get their bile flow going, and their headaches,
they disappear.
They come back after a month to me, and they tell me I've only had 1 or 2 headaches, and I've been having 2 or 3 headaches a week, and they've dropped to 1 or 2 for 4 weeks.
I know, it's absolutely
and it's
amazing.
getting rid of the waste out of the body. The liver is
even
really
young
important.
teenage girls too, like we've had teenagers with headaches and stuff.
And acne, and bad skin.
Oh yeah, everything improves with
rid of the waste by the liver, and the skin will clear up.
Anyway, time is up. We spent this is a long drawn out video. It went way longer than we anticipated, but of course we could go on for another 2 hours about your liver. Just remember that it regrows completely every 6 to 8 weeks. It's very grateful for your health. It's highly intelligent. It manages about 500 functions in your body, and just
it'll make you start feeling
great,
healthy and vibrant, with full of energy
liver
if you treat it properly.
For life, it's got the word life in it, that means you're alive.
Yeah.
So it supports you to have a good, great life. Alright, the article will be attached above or below the video. Go and read the article, because it's really important. Share it with your loved ones. 4 in 5 people have fatty liver, so that's a lot of people. And it could be you, of course, and it can be easily fixed. Thanks for tuning in and for being part of our community. Have a wonderful week. Bye for now.